Have you ever wondered does cracking knuckles can causes arthritis? Before we go through the topics, we must know how knuckles crack. First, the clicking, cracking, popping or snapping that occurs when you crack your knuckles is associated with tiny gas bubbles. Second, to produce a cracking sensation, a finger is forced forward or backward or pulled straight away from the hand. Any of these movements can cause a change in pressure in the joint. The pressure change causes tiny gas bubbles to form in the knuckles joint fluid. Third, it is not clear whether the cracking noise is produced when bubbles form or when the bubbles pop. And finally, it it usually takes 15 or 20 minutes for the gas bubbles to dissipate and for the bones of the joint to return to their normal positions. This is why you can't crack the same knuckle twice in a row. For some reason, somehow, there are conflicting research on knuckle cracking and arthritis. The research studies comparing knuckle crackers to non-crackers have had mixed results. A couple of studies have reported a connection between knuckle cracking and hand arthritis. Meanwhile, others found no significant connection. So, is it okay to continue your knuckle cracking? Well, I would not recommend it. Even studies that found no connection between knuckle cracking and arthritis reported other signs of joint changes. Since people keep cracking their knuckles, there are possible changes in their hand. First, signs of cartilage changes in their knuckle joints. Second, a slightly larger range of motion in their hands. Then, a weaker grip. And last, more swelling in their hands.
Okay, firstly, the history of arthritis first started at 4500 BC when Native Americans remains bones matched signs of RA. Then in 1550 BC, Imhotep acknowledged about concept of arthritis. In 123 AD, Ayurvedic medical text mentions about a disease with symptoms of RA. In 1591, a French physician used term rheumatism, and in 1528, Holy Roman Emperor Charles V's arthritis prevented him from leading a war. In 1852, Sir Alfred Garrett changed name from acinic gout to rheumatoid arthritis. He was the first to report excessive uric acid in patients' blood. In 1866, J.K. Spender introduced term osteoarthritis or OA. In 1897, chemist Felix Hoffmann modified salicylic acid to aspirin to treat arthritis patients. In 1948, a corticosteroid was used to RA patients. In 1970s, tumor necrosis factor plays a vital role in RA. In 1990s, the first clinical trial of biologic has been successful to treat RA.
There was a claim that the amount of force required to crack a knuckle exceeds one which can cause damage. If this statement are true, that would mean Group A will crack the knuckle more often than Group B, while if this statement are not true, that would mean the frequency between Group A and Group B will not differ significantly. Now we will be looking at the relationship of knuckle cracking with the community. Why do some people crack the knuckle? Some people simply like the sound of knuckle crack. They claim that cracking the knuckle relieves some tension and that cracking your knuckle is the best and the safest way to relieve some tension. Some simply pick up knuckle cracking as a habit and keep doing it.
Cracking knuckles cause arthritis. Is it fact or myth? Let's take a look example of several case control studies. So firstly, does knuckle cracking is a risk factor for osteoarthritis? However, there were no signs of arthritis or other deformities of the hands. Based on the study, right-hand radiograph of 50 to 89 years old with knuckle crackers showed different results with knuckle crackers who had osteoarthritis. Secondly, does it affect on grip strength and metacarpal head cartilage thickness? The study proved that 35 habitual knuckle crackers and 35 non-crackers found no difference in grip strength between the groups. Thirdly, a physician cracked the metacarpophalangeal joints of his left hand twice a day for 50 years. However, there were no signs of arthritis or other deformities of the hands. Therefore, according to the case control studies, there is no substantial evidence that shows knuckle cracking prompts to arthritis. Hence, it's a myth.
So the next one is effect toward people. If cracking knuckles is your habit during childhood, you may be aware that it could cause you to develop arthritis later in life. Is that true? Well, arthritis is an extreme frequent issue for majority of individuals over 65 years age. There's two types of arthritis. The first one is rheumatoid arthritis, which results from inflammation of the joints, and the second one is osteoarthritis, results from wear and tear on the joints over the time. So this is the process of knuckle cracking. In the resting phase, there is no force applied, and in early phase of separation, joint surface are forced apart when a small force is applied. If the force increases above a certain point, a cracking process happens and a pop sound is heard. In the last phase is where the refractory period, after which the joint cannot be cracked again in 20 minutes even if a force is applied. 1 out of 15 patients with a history of knuckle cracking was found to have MCP osteophytes, while 5 out of 13 patients with no experience of knuckle cracking had MCP osteophytes. In results, MCP osteophytes were found in patients who are not knuckle crackers. MCP osteophytes is from the osteoarthritis. The next one is 84% of people who admitted to knuckle cracking had hand swelling, and only 6% the people had grip strength. Those patients who were habitual knuckle crackers were most likely to have hand swelling and weak hand grip. And the next one is the force applied during habitual knuckle cracking can put a strain on the ligament and soft tissue. This study suggests that although knuckle cracking does not relate to osteoarthritis, it may relate to decreased hand function. So this is the references, and that's all from us. Thank you.
I'm not gonna make it la 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 la.